What's up, in Little Tattletales? How y'all doing today? What's up, Sussex Squad? And shout out to all the baby brains in the building. Y'all, what am I talking about? Harry's book has literally dropped bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. But the biggest bombshell it dropped, that the royal family doesn't know that Harry's already washed her hands and broken up with them. Now listen, if it was not apparent that Harry is like, it don't matter if you don't like me, I don't like you too much either. Prince Charles has said that he was, and they've announced it in Daily Mail, that Prince Harry has been written out of King Charles's coronation and will have no official role in the service if he attends after he left Prince William burning with anger following release of the tell-all memoir. Now, this is the juice I was waiting for. We're also going to talk about why Kate went ballistic at the baby brain comments. You know what the funny thing is? I don't think Kate knows what the term baby brain meant. I think she's so used to everybody in the palace calling her stupid and treating her like she's like baby brain, that when Meghan said that, she thought she was being called stupid again. And when Meghan was like, that's about your hormones, Kate, she couldn't walk it back because she'd already gotten so upset. We're going to talk about the scene Harry described. Kate was like, well, you don't know me well enough to talk about my hormones. How dare you? Because again, her baby brain didn't know what was going on. Let's get into this. First of all, why on earth Charles, here's a funny thing. Go with me on this, right? The British royals are a very toxic system. But like all toxic systems, they think that they are in the right. So I understand why they're disgusted and appalled and this and that, because Harry is threatening the royal system. Harry's threatening that. Okay? And all toxic cultures, well, any culture, any social system, when you threatened it, there are systems and processes that move into place to protect that system. This could be a good social system or a bad. In this case, they are toxic. But the thing is, just go with me on this. Harry showed up to Prince Philip's funeral. William, according to Harry, almost got into a fist fight with him. Harry, right? showed up for the grandmother's death. They proceeded to humiliate him anytime they could. First, you walk without a uniform, then you wear a uniform. Every time he goes around these people, they traumatize his wife and humiliate him, and they can't wait to run back home. Why? Does Charles think that the coronation is like Cinderella's ball? Everybody wants a ticket. Why on earth would Harry want to go and play a part when they have shown him not once, but twice the way they're going to treat him? Why would they want to be a part of that? Why would he want to come along? Does he look stupid to you? I know they think he looks stupid, but the book says different. Y'all, anyway, right? Anyway, they said, listen. Oh, and William's burning with anger, which is funny because they keep releasing a million statements that William is burning with anger. But Harry knows he can't respond. Baby, that's a PR excuse. You can't respond because you know that Harry and Meghan got legal sitting on ready, talking about say something. I dare you to deny this. You can't respond because everything Harry wrote was the truth. So now you're going to try to act like you're too dignified to say anything when you spent the last, since they left, smearing them, leaking, doing everything else. Baby, let's hear it for Meghan, another Meghan, the PR stallion that has that truth sitting on ready. But let's get into this. Prince Harry has been written out of King Charles's coronation script. It's been claimed today as royal insiders said Prince William is burning with anger amid the bombshell revelations in the Duke of Sussex memoirs. Baby, Harry and William were the closest. I think that Harry had low expectations for his father. I think that stuff with Will and Kate really not just hurt him, but all that time, they led him to believe that he was less than. And then when he finally did everything they said he should do to measure up, then all of a sudden they didn't want any parts about it. Boy, please. They said they don't want any parts of Harry and his new American wife. Another thing, any American royalist, you're a dummy. They don't like Americans. They talk trash about us all the time. Why are you supporting a whole system that thinks we're inbred savages? Imagine that. Anyway, They said, oh, Harry made a series of sensational claims about his brother and father, describing the Prince of Wales as his arch nemesis. Remember when he called him ugly? And accusing the king of being worried that he'd be overshadowed by Meghan's Hollywood star power. Of course he was. That was the whole tragedy behind Diana. Why is that so hard to believe? The royal family thus far has remained silent on the matter, refusing to respond to Harry's incendiary anecdotes. But the Sunday Times today said a royal source, they are still doing these royal sources, claim Harry has been a minute from the proceedings of King Charles' upcoming coronation. Let me tell y'all something. King Charles should have wished and begged Harry to come, because they are not covering it anywhere else. It's not going to make headlines unless, at least in America, unless Harry and Meghan are there. That's what Charles is really mad about. They're not coming, right? And nobody cares. Anyway, news of Harry's removal from the ceremony comes as the Duke appeared on ITV this evening to speak about his guilt he felt following the death of his mother in Diana's thing. They're saying Prince Harry has been written out of the script for the coronation with no official role in the service if he attends. Why would he attend except to sit there and smile and smirk? They said, breaking with tradition, Charles will scrap royal dukes kneeling and paying homage to the monarch. Only William will perform that role. So wait, William has to kneel and pay homage to the monarch? As things stand, there's no role for Harry in the service. Meanwhile, Harry is making lemonades from his orchard. They probably have honeybees on there too, and eating his scrambled eggs from his chicken coop in his mansion in Montecito, and doesn't care. William's burning with anger, but he's also anxious and sad over Harry's comments. You're anxious because you don't know what other bombshells are in that book. William won't retaliate. He never would, because he's dignified and unbelievably loyal. This is William, that when the Commonwealth, Barbados, or whoever told him that it was in poor form for them to have their colonial cosplay, he literally said he's scrapping the Commonwealth, and when he's monarch, they're not going to mean anything and not going to have any importance. William, who can't take any feedback or criticism, is now not pleased. Anyway, they said it's cruel and cowardly and so sad for William to keep taking the punches. He's keeping quiet for the good of his family and the country. It's amazing the way William keeps turning himself into the person that, according to Harry, he's abusing. It's cruel and cowardly. How's it cowardly? He's not saying royal sources. He's not whispering. He's not planting stories. He came out in a book and said, you right there, William. I have a problem with you. And now William doesn't want to respond. Legal called and said, Willie, shut up. Anyway, he's keeping quiet for the good of his family and the country. You mean his family, not the country. That's another thing the royals keep saying. Babes, what does a monarchy have to do with the country? The country doesn't have food. The country doesn't have heat. The country has an economy that is plummeting. And now you're keeping quiet for their sake. If you don't go to do a quick pay and a cash out to every royal citizen in the UK for the good of the country, man, shut up. According to another, they said he's anxious and he's sad. He's concentrating on his wife and his children. He's handling it so well on the outside. Inside, he's burning. He's not going to he's not going to roll over. But I thought he said he was going to stay quiet. What is his retaliation? Hiding in the hills of Montecito to try to challenge him to another fisticuffs? What is his retaliation? Harry is his own man. He has his own money. He has his own friends, his own circle status. What can be your retaliation besides sparing him in the press or putting your hands on him physically? Anyway, as royal insiders spoke out, Harry appeared on ITV this evening to detail his memoirs of meeting mourners following the death of Princess Diana. He's saying everyone thought and felt like they knew our mom, and the two closest people to her two most beloved people by her, were unable to show any emotion in that moment. That must have been very... he says that he has some guilt that I felt, and I think William felt as well, by walking around the outside of Kensington Palace. He cried once in the wake of his mother's death. Wow. This is going to be a heavy thing. Oh, before I forget, let's get into the baby brain. Let me run through this really quick because I do gotta go. Listen, the Princess of Wales demanded an apology so Kate demanded an apology from Meghan after she suggested Kate had baby brain, according to Prince Harry's autobiography. Now, if you guys don't know, Kate literally took Charlotte's dress to another dressmaker so the dressmaker could say it was made all wrong. She then took that information back to Meghan in the middle of 4 days before her wedding and demanded all the girls' bridesmaids' dresses be remade. Then when she agreed to have the dresses remade, Kate said she forgot to be there. Kate was just doing stupid gaslighting, manipulating stuff. So anyway, Kate told Meghan, so Meghan, to try to be nice to Kate, when she said, oh, were we supposed to meet about the dresses? Meghan said, never mind, you probably have baby brain. Like, it's cool. If you don't know, in America, baby brain is just an endearing thing to say. People always say that when they have new kids. Oh, I have baby brain, this and that, right? Just means you forgot and the baby probably kept you busy. So then Kate literally went crazy and said, you talked about my hormones. We're not close enough for you to talk about my hormones. When the two couples met for a meeting that was supposed to bring them closer together over tea in Kensington Palace in June of 2018. Harry says that Kate was very offended, and she was so offended she was holding on to the upholstered side of her chair so hard her fingers had gone wild. Again, it looks like William's not the only one with rage, but we all saw Kate when she tried to bully Meghan, it looked like during the funeral. Anyway, the altercation allegedly took place over the phone when the two women had discussed the timing of the wedding day rehearsals just weeks earlier. Harry claims Meghan recalled the conversation, acknowledging that when Kate said she had forgotten something insignificant, she suggested it might be baby brain. Again, Meghan was like, what is going on with this girl? I just think that Meghan and Harry just didn't, William and Kate didn't like Meghan and Harry together from the jump, and they couldn't stand Meghan. Kate was offended and she was looking to have a problem, but the rage she felt, they really do think this is an Oliver Twist novel and somebody has to curtsy to the queen. But Kate, you were just like William's wife. You weren't even the Princess of Wales at that point. And we all know, since you were the consort, that position could be taken away. Harry goes on to suggest that William then pointed at Meghan and said her rude comment was not the way things were done in Britain. And then Meghan told William to take his finger out of her face. And you know that made William so mad that a commenter would dare talk to him like that. And you know what? We're going to continue this in another video, but this is the part that's going to be in another video. In the same chapter, Harry suggests that there were tensions between the two women from the early days due to a misunderstanding over Kate thinking that Meghan wanted her fashion contacts, when in fact she had her own. Y'all, we're gonna have to continue that in another video. We're gonna break down Kate's wardrobe before and after Meghan and ask who in fact wanted fashion. But imagine Eliza Doolittle coming in with her whirly twirly twee little ensembles and her like the whipped cream hat she used to wear, looking a damn fool and a mockery, and saying that Meghan wanted her fashion contacts. I know Meghan said, oh, that bee is really tripping for real. Anyway, y'all, we'll do this in a part 2. Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget, we're doing a book club on this. Everybody get your copy of Spare, and I will talk to you later.